Hello and welcome to episode 24 of the Custom Club with Walkley Wanderers. Now we've got a lot of things to get through, so this is going to be like a 25-minute episode at least, I think. We will start with the transfers in and out because, like I said, there were going to be a lot of players moving around, and there were so many coming out of their contracts at the end of the season, and they just weren't good enough for League One. So unfortunately, we've had to shift out a lot of them. The one that stands out for me as the biggest loss, he's a legend of the club. I've made him a legend of the club. I'll show you what I've done later on in this episode. But Kane Cork has finally left at 24 years old. That was his history with us. He played 136 games for us, scored 14 goals, made 35 assists. Big player. Also on the way out, Luke Watson, another very good player for us. Played a lot of times for Walkley. Sebastião, top goal scorer in the Conference North with 37 goals. Remember that season? We got promoted and he scored 37 goals. One of the ones that I weren't actually expecting, George Margareta. He got really upset. He wanted to join Crew and got really angry. And I'm like, for fuck. And I got a bit mad that he tried to move out of the club, force himself out of the club. Loon came in with an offer. About 35,000. We pushed it up to 50. We got rid of him. We've brought in some players to replace him, so that's all right. They're coming up in a bit. Jamie Ling went, unfortunately. The man with the tash. I tried to keep him. We were on a rolling contract, and I were talking about a new contract with him. I was negotiating, and then he just decided to leave the club for a new adventure. But he hasn't found a club yet, mind you. It was only yesterday when he left. So, yeah, that's the thing. Kristen Scott has gone to Macclesfield. Charlesley's gone to York. Who else? Who is a big player we've lost? McConnell was very good in the conference. Gary Noel, I thought, was going to do a lot more at League 2, but he hasn't at all. And Jack Doyle, left back. Yeah, that's another loss. But then we move onwards. We move to this side. And when we got promoted to League 1, I looked at the free agents. I thought we were going to get a lot of free agents in. But it seems like a lot of people wanted a lot of money for wages. And that would be fine if we had the resources to give them the wages. I mean, you've got to look at our finances. It's very questionable what's happening to our finances. We'll get to what we're going to have to do with them finances a bit later on in this episode. So we'll go straight from the top. Niall Ennis has moved on loan to Walkley Wanderers. Now this guy is on loan from Wolves. We have got a affiliation with Wolves. They're using our facilities or some shit. In replace, we can get players from them without paying any wages. So that's Niall Ennis. Then this is what I did. Instead of paying so much money out for League 1 standard players, who wanted £2,000, £3,000 per week, I sniped at the bigger clubs, like the big clubs in the Premier League, and I saw which players were going out of contract, right? And we got three players from Arsenal, one from Arsenal, two from Man United, who we talked to. In about 2 weeks before their contract was up, we talked to them and went, you know what, you can have a really good career at Walkley Wanderers. I don't know what the potential is, but I mean they looked good statistically and just attribute-wise they looked good enough to at least get into our first team. So I was straight on that. And we approached a lot more than 3. A lot more than 3. But only 3 came. And the 2 from Man United are probably the best ones. But we'll go for the Arsenal one first because that is the second one up. And that's Mitchell Stevens, who's an attacking midfielder. The wheel suggests that he could be easily changed into a winger, but he needs to learn more on his crossing. So that could happen with him. A left attacking midfielder because he's left-footed and he's already comfortable in that place anyway. He just needs to train a bit harder there, which I'm going to start right now. And we'll go back. This is probably the best signing that we've made. I've tried to get Leanson. Actually, we'll see. Colin Jansen, right? This is the second loan that I've put in for him. He rejected the first, but we also had another player what rejected our first loan and eventually came in. So I'm going to try it with Colin Jansen as well. He's just phenomenal. He's still in the under-21s, so he kind of needs to play. And he's not going to play quality football in the under-21s. And we're actually giving him 100% of the wages. We'd cover all his wages. Doesn't bother us. We can do that. Anyway. Michael Bell. Who's probably better than Janssen. I know. I'm going to just build up the suspense. 3, 2, 1. Yes. That came to Walkley. Instead of signing a new contract with Man United, that came to Walkley. To be honest, I probably gave him a lot more money than he was actually expecting, but I just needed him. I don't know. Well, let's have a look at what a potential ability of 4 stars and black. It's 4 stars here. Good player for most League One sides. He will fit straight into this league, no problem at all. What a signing. I don't know why he's number 5. He's a striker. I know why he's number 5, because he's also a defender for some fucking strange-ass reason. Very strange. This guy's a defender, and this guy can't actually defend. This is Anton Waldron. And another brilliant signing. Man United have just lost 2 really good players. Now, I don't know what their potential was compared to other Man United players, but these guys can play. Good player for most League 2 sides. Yeah, it's still going to be quite difficult for us this season. And then on the first day of the the free agents window, we were tracking this guy from Man City, and it came straight to us in one day. Within one day, I put the bid in on midnight or whenever they get released, and by the end of the day, he was one of our players, which was very interesting. But Cameron Humphreys is a good defender. I think he'd be only good for League 2, yeah. So there's a lot of players like that. But hopefully a lot of players that can give us profit in the future. There's a lot of potential here. Then the free transfers. Look at this one. Free agent Philip Edmondson Rouse. Where did he come from? Doncaster. Doncaster Rovers had him. Well, they've let go of a really good player, to be fair. And we're only paying £500 a week for him. Just interesting that. Right, big one. Big news. Danny Carroll's back in the club. And this is the guy that I actually asked for twice. Rejected the first loan offer. He's now with us. He's grown tremendously. Burnley are doing a stellar job with him. Can't really complain. He's back at the club. He will help us immensely. Ralston Thomas, he's a big shot. I mean, reports say that he's going to be good, so I've just signed him up. It won't cost a lot, £300 per week. If we can get him a couple of games in League One, it will do him a world of good. Mick Walcott, the exact same, actually a bit better than Ralston Thomas. Could be in and around the squad this season. History, he is from West Ham. Okay, I'm getting to know these players. Literally, I did not check any of their previous history. I was just on it for 3.5 hours trying to get the right players. But yeah, he looks very good. Reports say, yeah, 4.5 star. That's sorry, not 4.5 star. 4 stars and 1 blacked out. Right. Sperandio. He's probably the most of a gamble. Excuse me. Because he's all right. He's all right, and the wage is unbelievably cheap. Like, that wage you could cover in, like, the Conference North. So, I mean, I'm very happy with that. Reports say 4.5 star. I just don't know. There's no pros of, like, where he could actually play in leagues. I'm a little confused about him, but he was a decent signing. Could turn out to be a very good one. James Gibbs, is this the defensive midfielder? Indeed it is. Now, we don't play with a defensive midfielder, so we're either going to convert him to a centre-back or a midfielder. It just has to happen because we don't play with a centre-mid. But the stats are there. It looks quite good. Reports, 4 stars and black. Right. Oh. Let's go to this guy, Joe Kenton. He was already on loan with us. So, yeah, that's just it. Great. He was on loan with us last season, basically. Adam King. Midfielder from Swansea. We just brought him in. Another midfielder to add to our massive midfield collection. And just this morning, we have signed ourselves, finally, a goalkeeper. We would have started the season with Rob Lainton in the net, and I don't think he would have been the best. So that is basically that's what our team is. Couple of other pieces of news. Harris Julich has signed an extended loan, and so has Brooklyn Beckham at the, I don't know. I didn't actually want to loan him out again, but people in the comment section kind of liked the fact that we had Brooklyn Beckham, and yeah, we've extended his loan. Anybody else? No. Between them, let's have a look. Like, I want to show you actually their stats for last season because they are quite good. Brooklyn Beckham scored 11 goals and made 12 assists. That's impressive. You know what is more impressive than that? Julich's record. He scored 14 and assisted 15. That's just quality. And you know what? He's out of contract with Liverpool in this year. Now, amazingly, I can already approach sign, which I don't know why, but I'm going to try and snipe him like I've sniped the others. And, I mean, it could be even easier with Julich because he's actually part of the club and he loves the club. So, fingers crossed, that can happen. I think out of everybody, I think he's got the most promising future because of how much he grew last season. I think if he does it again this season, he's a really, really good player, and we do have to pull out our finger and pull out a lot of money out of our wallet to actually get him. Right. Let's go to the board because there's a lot to still talk about. We tried to expand our stadium, and the the council blocked it, I think. We still have a 2,000-seater stadium in League One. That is just shocking, isn't it? So that's poor. That's bad. That's really bad. We're still scouting UK and Ireland. We are well under our wage budget, but yet the finances are looking bleak, my friends. Very, very bleak, and I think it's still to do with that youth academy. Now I've had the problem a couple of times. I've done similar things like this on personal saves, and it's happened all the time where if you improve this youth academy using the in-game editor, there will be masses of expenditure problems, basically. For instance, this rise here is when I changed it from 12 to 14, the facilities, right? They're still at 14 right now, but this increase right there is just when I got promoted. So every time we get promoted, it goes up. And we just don't have the budget, the finances to cope, basically. So you can see reds all over here. Obviously you guys don't want me to just shut up shop, close the youth academy, because that would just be disastrous. That is why we've done a series like this, to try and get players from the youth academy and see how they develop, and hopefully some of them become like superstars. And I still hope that that's going to happen, but we are going to have to invest in this out of our own money, and then just wait until we're in the Premier League to take the money back. It will have to be 7 figures, 8-figure digits, basically, 8 digits. It's going to be a big amount of money to just stop this slump. I was thinking it's gonna take about 2 million just for this season. And you don't want it just for this season, because we're still gonna have financial trouble come the end of this season. So a £10 million injection could mean that I'm not saying like we go mad on like buying players, because that's stupid and that is just cheating, isn't it? If we go mad on players, then it's not actually realistic in the fact that we've just put £10 million into the club just to get new players in. When in fact we've just done it just to save our own skin. So what we need to do is try and stick to the formula. Obviously we'll have to add here and there to try and even compete in this league, but try our best until we get our sponsors. I mean, we've only got 2 sponsors until we get everything sorted, and it's going to take forever. And it could have to be another injection in like 5-6 years time. It just depends how long this is going to take. I have signed a lot of good players, but is it enough? This is the question. This is the question. You see, I've used a couple of other teams, not my creator team, just normal teams, and they're able to get sponsorship a lot quicker than what we're doing. But we have a really poor stadium. We only have 2 pieces of sponsorship. We're going to have to see how much income we make in the matches, and I mean, we're not going to put the 10 million in right now. We've still got a bit left. We'll just have to find out. We'll just have to hold up and wait. That was a lot of talking, by the way, and I apologise. But obviously it's a bit serious because I don't want the FM police going, "Oh, you cheat," because it's difficult. It is really difficult, and obviously you don't want your club to go into the red. But because of the rules of the actual series that we have to improve our youth academy as we go, then the red's going to happen because we don't have the money coming into the club to actually sort out the youth academy, if you know what I mean. So, I want to talk to you about Walkley Wanderers in general. And that is literally general. Kits, I'll talk about the kits in a second. That's another thing that I need to talk about. There's a lot. I've been able to sort out legends and icons. So, we've got Tom Youngs as an icon because, I mean, his bicycle kick goal will forever be remembered. And legends, Kane Cork and Nick Thacker. So that's not bad, isn't it? I'm not going to put me as a legend because that's the fans' own opinion. So that hopefully I'll go favourite, icon, legends, just like nice in a nice pace. Brooklyn Beckham's now a favourite personnel. That wasn't there when I changed that. So yeah, that's just great. If you guys like a player in our series, then please get back to me down in the comment section and say why a certain person needs to be an icon, and I'll think about it. Kits, Adidas have made a really, really good effort this year. Firstly, fans were happy when the home kit remained the same. No more forking out for that home kit. The away kit is lovely. I love the away kit and the third. It's just a really nice selection of kits. So, great job to Adidas. The sponsorship is finishing after this season. Like, in my head, finishing after this season. Obviously, I have to make these and make the storyline up for the actual kit manufacturers. And, we won't be renewing it with Adidas because of how much they've screwed up our fans. But this year, they have made a difference and a change. So, yeah. We leave on a little better terms, basically. And we'll be looking for another kit manufacturer after this season. Wherever it might be. Probably in League 2. So, friendlies, all good except the 4-1 smashing by Wolves. We are away against Charlton at the first game of the season. Away against Charlton, lads. Does that strike you as being League 1 now? Charlton, not recently, but they were in the Premier League. Just 12 years ago. 12 years ago, they were in the Premier League. So, yeah. Just sit back and enjoy. Lillis was so much of a newcomer that he doesn't even have a squad number yet. Everybody else does. Apologies for my chair squeaking as well. It's been squeaking for the last 4 or 5 minutes. This is the first game that I'm actually going to play in since episode 22. Let's have a look at these instructions because this might need to change. Close down more, yes. Get stuck in, yes. Higher tempo, yes. Retain possession, pass into space, yes. Excuse me. Low crosses, no. We have, Julich is big. I know that, so we'll go float crosses. How tall is Bell? He's 6'1". We really need to float them crosses in. So for aerial forwards, that is much better. Hit early crosses. As soon as they're in a position to do so, they should hit a cross. I think that's correct. Dryden and whatever the left back's name is, they're not that good at going forward, basically. Run at defence is on, and think we should play wider. We've got 2 decent wingers. Oh, completely forgot to say Gribbin. I've extended the loan of Gribbin as well, which is nice. Right. So, they're not going to be ready for this. Simple as that. In fact, no, actually, I'll keep it on control, and then as soon as we're in the game, I'm going to turn it on to... I'm actually not too sure. Either standard or counter. It's probably going to be standard because I don't want that much pressure on us. I at least want to compete in this match. Although it could be a complete disaster because we have changed so much of this team. And we've had to, really. We either could have got really good players, but completely destroyed our wage budget. Stick with our old players and got smashed, or done what we've done and could potentially stay up. It's going to be difficult. I've put it on counter. Goal, blah blah blah. Don't go. Oh, thank God. No highlights with my mistake. That's great. This chair's really creaking. Thomas. Whoa, Thomas was playing. Oh, is this our? Please let this be our highlight. Bell. Julich is offside. Don't get excited. Well, Ralston Thomas was actually playing. Oh, that's probably why, because we don't have anybody who can fill in that position. Why isn't Carroll playing? That's my question. Right, we'll just have to change this. James Gibbs is coming on. And he's going to have to drop back, and we probably will revert to the Swan formation again. Interesting formation. The Swan formation is back. KP left the club this summer as well, and that Swan formation hasn't been around since KP last played. Oh, surely that was a free kick. We've started really well. I would love to know what the wages of our team is compared to everybody else in the league, because £15,000. We were literally on 15,000. God damn, we are playing so well. We were literally on £15,000 last season wage budget. I've done so well in the transfer market to even keep it down. Actually, no, we've just bought a keeper, so it might be 16,000. So we've gone a couple of thousand over, maybe. So we should be bringing a lot more money in, and we shouldn't have that trouble with the youth academy, but we do. Oh, Julich, no. We got Ennis and we got Walker. Walker is quick. Now, it's the 55th minute. If he can proper go for them tired legs, obviously it is the first game of the season. Right, come on, lads. I'm amazed that we've kept up. And oh, hang on. Oh no, it's Stevens put it over. Oh, is that our Stevens? Did we have a guy? We did have a guy called Stevens, didn't we? Let's have a look. Stevens. Nah, no chance. I don't even know where that... Oh, hang on, nah, it's from a Man United save, never mind. Get it out. Oh, poor guys. Right, let's pause it. Skip and pause. That is harsh on the players. I'm going to go attacking. And there's a highlight straight on from the kickoff. Go on, Bell. Shit. Please. Oh. Yeah, it's a shame. Because we actually did have highlights in that first half. Go on, Bell. Please Go on. Wide, wide, wide. Send it wide. Fuck's sake. And no doubt we'll have a defensive mistake here. Fucking hell. And it nearly led to a Charlton goal again. Even losing 1-0, I'm very proud of him. I wouldn't have been proud if we didn't make any chances, but we did. We did our very best to make a goal. And if we keep on doing that, there'll be a lot easier games than Charlton away, I tell you that. If we keep on making chances, then we'll be there. We'll get there. And we'll be safe in this league. I thought they did really well. I don't know about you guys, but I thought they did really well. They are so much worse. Let me just show you Charlton, because I have no doubt I'll just like run through these players and they'll be so much better than mine. Look, just go through. Look, they've got Kaka Niklic, mate. These guys, obviously they've got youngsters as well, but there's some very, very good players in here. Look at us. What is that? I would die for a player like that. Look at they've got J. Emmanuel Thomas. So yeah, we are punching above our weights, but I mean that we were away to them and we only lost 1-0. That is incredible. So, unfortunately, it does end this episode with a loss. It doesn't bother me, really. I mean, the timing was a bit harsh with the 85th minute. But I'm happy. Credit to Walkley. They did alright. Yeah. This has been Cutsake. I've been yabbering on for too much now. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a like, and I will see you next time.